practitioner. Today we step on the second day retreat of 14th day, October 2023. And the practitioner gather in the temple to practice and make a vow. Always emphasize practicing. We put everything beside the temple and stay in the temple to practice. With the rule of the 14-day retreat and the duration from experience one from Dhamma friends to help the practitioner protect the practitioner from the familiar karma, from the self-attachment, ignore, suffer, and everything. That the practice only maintain the Tao. The vow of the practitioner always improve the belief in our own mind. And the rule of the 14-day retreat improve our practice too. The more we practice, the more we got the practice method correctly. The more we practice, the more we improve our belief in the own mind. Absolutely. So, just add a question. The more very important thing for the practitioner to do that practice all the time, even when we go to the Dangani room to eat, or we go to the bedroom to sleep, we still ask the question to maintain the Tao. The work maintaining the Tao, that's automatically. We don't use the mind. We don't use the objective, subjective to do. The subjective and objective just add the question, because that the question we have at the end of question, the question mark. We don't got the right meaning right away, present down. That the Tao coming, the doubt begin, and continue to add. Don't do research on that. Don't try to answer by the other thought to put in. If we try to answer, try the other explanation to put in the question, like answer the question, become that the dualism, become that not the Huatou, not the come to before thought. Come to before the question, just only Tao bring earth to there. Here and there also the explanation. The practitioners ask the question. The more we practice, the more we got the Buddha idea, the Patra idea. Like before the heaven and the earth came to existence, what was I before and the earth came to existence? What was I before the heaven and the earth came to existence? What was I? Continuously clearly and keep asking like that. Just practice. Kính thưa quý thầy, quý sư cô,
dear monastic sangha and our Zen practitioners. Today is the second day of our 2-week retreat of the 2023. So the retreat is basically it's going to help us to conquer our practice and our studies in Zen. And because of the supports of our sanghas, our wise friends, wise teachers, and also the guidelines, basically they help us to stay straight on the path and not gonna fall into our drowsiness or discursive thoughts. And they support us to go directly into the practice. The more you practice, the more you're able to believe in your own mind and believe in your own practice, and also believe in the words and the patriarch teachings. So our main goal is to maintain asking the question and maintain the doubt. And right now we are in a primal Huatou. So the question itself has a question mark. And if you're not able to answer the question, that's the don't know mind. But if you try to answer it, and it's the end of the Huatou, the end of the word or the thought. So this question is about asking, and even though it doesn't have any meaning, it's meaningless, doesn't have any taste at all. It's just like chewing on the dead wood. And when people they try to compare between eating a piece a grain of salt is better than this dead wood. So the more you're able to continue to practice, you're able to truly taste the Zen. So we go beyond our distinction between object and subject. So it's not going to gain anything, seek anything. So basically just continue ask the question and continuously. The continuity here is not trying to too fast or too slow, but you just keep asking the very good pace, like before heaven and earth came into existence, what was I? Before heaven and earth came into existence, what was I? The end of the question, you continue to ask. So its function is basically like a king, and it's help us to walk. And when you walk, that's when you're able to go into the original source of ignorance, the primal ignorance. And this is where the birth and death, the duality, the subject and object, and the conventional. And that is when you're able to reach, you're gonna see there's no difference, no separation, no distinction, no discrimination. And that's when you head to the Huatou. So because we just keep repeating this method, so that you're able to really know what you're doing in the practice. So in the practice, you should ask the question clearly, continuously, and no gap between. So that is when no discursive thoughts able to sneak in. So when you're able to see there's thoughts, there's the image of thoughts, that is also this become the perception. So if you create another method to cure that discursive thought, then it's become another head of knowledge. So don't worry about it. Just continue to ask the question and maintain doubt. And even, you follow the pattern of or method of precepts, concentration, and then you're gonna get wisdom. So you don't have to follow that in order. You just ask the question and maintain the doubt, because our mind, our creative mind can create any image. The image of the arahats, create an image of the Buddha, and it clings on the image of the Buddha and hates the image of the Mara, the evil. So that is vividly the image of this discrimination of the mind, or the distinction. So the practice here is not to create the mind like the rock or the piece of dead wood, but our mind is basically go beyond the duality and maintain the doubt. So during our practice, for the 2 weeks retreat, we just maintain asking the question and maintain the doubt. So even we are here at the Zendo, or we at home or at work, we just continue to support each other with the practice. So with the practice, it's going to help us to raise any discursive thoughts, unnecessary thoughts, any other unnecessary action that we don't need to. So this practice is also help us to maintain our patience with everything, with our life, family, our work, and we just practice with whatever condition we are in. And because of this doubt, it's gonna help us to overcome any difficulties, and even we confront with the difficult situation in life. Because of this practice, it's gonna help us to just override any kind of suppression from the situation, maybe family, any kind of obligation in life we able to overcome, because we don't really, our conventional mind doesn't have that capability to care much about it. So this is basically become the patient in the 6 paramitas. So this because of the supports of the practice. So why people say that when we practice Huatou meditation, people say that we are so become silly. We have become someone that not able to get along with life. But actually this is not something that the normal people are able to do it, because the practice that eventually drive us into go beyond the conventional world. And the people in the world, they still go after the fame, the profits, and all the greeds that they long to get. And this is right now the practice we are on is we wearing the seal of the Tathagata, the Buddha, and this is the practice. Enter the house of the Tathagata, and we sit on the seat of Tathagata. So this is because of our practice that is gonna take us all the way. And this is the true teaching of the Buddha and the teaching to the Bodhisattvas and all the goddess realms. And if you go directly to the practice, you're able to practice the self detachment. And this is the practice that uproots all the ignorance.
Giống như chư tổ nói là trực tuyệt căn nguyên Phật sở ấn như này, đi thẳng vào đốn tận cái gốc của vô minh.
So we go directly uproot the ignorance, and this is the true Buddha Dharma of the Buddha. And we basically judge the practice, the true practice, but not the form, the fame. But we just follow the words of the Buddha. So we rely on the Buddha Dharma, the teaching of the Dharma, but not the person. So we have to able to distinguish between the words of the Buddha or the words of the wrong, the false minds. So when we practice, we have to practice the true Buddha Dharma. So if not, we're gonna wrongly or false accuse the teaching of Buddha is wrong. So this my words of encouragement and explanation to all of you in the second week, 2 weeks of the retreat. So right now, if you have any questions or you want to share the experience in the practice, please do so. Namo Sakya Muni Buddha. Ms. Kim Ying, please go ahead. Dear monastic sanghas and all Zen practitioners, I would like to present my experience practice. So as you have been explaining, when we practice, we need to ask the question clearly. And I have been applied that. I ask the question clearly, and when I do the walking meditation, and usually we walk in the circle, in a circle emblem, and when my mind recognizes that when I walk fully in a circle, I ask clearly. And when I walked the second time in the circle, I recognize that it wasn't the same as the first time. And when I look back into my own practice, and sometimes I get lost in the practice and not diligently in the practice. So can you explain more so that I can correct my practice? Thank you, Thầy. So in our practice, we always need to ask the question or always consider the question, the Huatou question. So that's the true guideline. The Huatou is not one-pointedness or the image of the the Zen or the feelings of the Zen. So when our minds create this the certain goal or the certain image is not the Zen, the Huatou. So in the ancient time, when they could not say the certain thing to the practitioners, so they had to use a skillful means to yell, to scold, and to beat, so practitioners able to awaken. So in this modern time, the practitioners, they tend to attach to the words, to the teaching so much. So that's what we need to follow the teaching of the ancient patriarchs. So right now we in the practice we always fall into the something that to gain, something to seek, something to hold on to. So the Zen master Chung Feng Minh, he's said that when we attach to something that we want to gain, something to seek, something that you want to become a Buddha, that is the thief-like mind. You want to, the thief has the tendency to steal something from someone, from somewhere. So our Zen mind, when we fall into that, want something to gain, something to seek, something to hold on to, so that is the thief-like mind. So we need to be aware of that. So when your mind is falling into that patterns of thinking, then we need to aware of it and continue to ask the question and maintain the doubt. And when you able to aware of that, when your mind get caught into this subject and object, then you need to continue asking the question and maintain the doubt. Sometimes you have to overcome these patterns. It takes years, maybe 5 to 7 years to overcome this. And this is something that based on the practice and continue. And like people, practitioner, they recognize that they have discursive thoughts and they want to release the discursive thought. That's just another method. That's another head that you want to cut because you want to use the method to release the discursive thoughts. So the practice is mainly focused on the doubt. And even when you have this thought that you have strong, determined, strong, intelligent, or effort, or you have the strong doubt, then that is still on the knowledge of known. So that is the thief-like mind. The thief-like mind is something that we like to have because we want to get, right? We want to gain something, but that is not the Buddha or the patriarchs want you to have. So because of our deep tendency of attachment, not only in this life, but so many lives before, our tendency of attachment is already there. So right now is we need to maintain the doubt, and we use that doubt. We use this doubt to awake. So this doubt is already exist during the Buddha time when the Buddha raised the lotus and Mahakassapa able to awaken, and Bodhidharma went to China and he used the same method, the doubt, to help practitioner get to the doubt, the great doubt. So this is the Buddha Dharma, and this is the great auspices great opportunity that we able to inherit this practice, and we are far up away from the Buddha time, the patriarch time, but we're able to practice this. This is a great auspicious, great opportunity for us to achieve enlightenment in this lifetime or next lifetime. So we need to have this continue asking the question and maintain the doubt, so that it's gonna help us to not attach to any thoughts, even the thoughts of effort, the thought of right mind, or unwholesome or wholesome thoughts, doubt, with doubt or without doubt. We just need to keep going back to the same asking the question and maintain the doubt. And the Huatou is going to help us to end all this discursive thoughts, self-attachment. And this is, we enter the door of Huatou. And the great doubt is going to help us all the thoughts, all the afflictions, all the thoughts of as such, and all this discriminated minds. So the awakening is help all the doubt. So if we longing for the doubt, if we longing for the awakening, then we have this, we already have this the discursive thought, the discriminated mind. So we don't have to use this mind to wait for awakening. So when we already in the great doubt, the king of death or the Yama not able to detect us, to grasp us, to grab us. So this is original, the original return to the original mind, to this great doubt. This is the ultimate system. It's the automatic return, but not use the conventional mind to return. So when we truly understand the great doubt, then we have to practice ourselves, asking the question and continue to get the doubt. So do you understand? Yes, thank you, Thầy. There's a question, dear Thầy and monastic sangha and all practitioners. I would like to ask you a question about our mind is the same as the Buddha and the 3 times, and we don't have any difference between us and the Buddhas, but our original mind has a sickness, and we've been in this samsara for endless, and when we return to original mind, we still get the same sickness in the second. So our the primal ignorance, our original nature is not sick. So therefore, the sick patriarch, when he understood from the passage in the Diamond Sutra, and later on he fully awakened from that passage in the Diamond Sutra. Ưng vô sở trụ nhi sinh kỳ tâm. there's nothing to abide in, so nothing that the mind is gonna grasp on. So our original mind is always full and has all the functions and able to know everything without attachment. So because of our original the discursive thoughts, the original mind doesn't have that. So this is the question that Phu Lona, he also asked the Buddha the same thing. Why original mind is has the Buddha nature pure, clear, and impartial, but why we get into this situation? And because why our conventional minds have this, all the discursive thoughts, all the sickness conform to the mental state. So because of our discursive mind, the duality mind, dualistic mind, we basically on this verge of compare, and we have always run after this and that. So in the Sugarama Sutra, and the character in that sutra, he look at in the water and reflect himself, and because of the water is disturbing and he could not see the head, so he ran around and said, "What happened to my head? Someone cut my head, and I cannot see my head. Return the head to me." And later on, he used his hand to touch his head. Oh, he found his head again. So the Buddha asked his disciples, so did he really lose his head? So the disciples say no, right? So the Buddha said right there, because his illusion, he's lost in thought, and he thought he lost his head, but his head is always there. So here's another metaphor. So if once spin himself around, and when he stopped and he said that why everything is moving, why is everything spinning? So same thing, when he's able to stable, he gain his own consciousness, then he able to see, oh, there's nothing spinning, it's just my head spinning. So because of our discursive thoughts, we create all these afflictions, our troubles, and we create all that, and we see all that problems. We see everything has become problems, afflictions. So because of our own primal ignorance, primal unmindful with everything, and then it creates everything and every problems. So this is because of our primal ignorance, it creates the ignorance.